There's two addresses here, 500 and 504, but this is a single residential property with a main house and a guest house. Actually have a Airbnb company come and look at both houses to do a corporate Airbnb on the homes, and it has a tremendous rental value because of its location, but also the way it's set up. It's very conducive to having one house be a working house for people and the other house be a house they're staying in.
So you have something here that most people will never be able to have. Kevin from Avante Development Group, thank you for being in my podcast studio today. And tell me what we are here to talk about.
Well, we're here to talk about 504 Hillsborough Street in Palm Harbor. This is an absolute beautiful gem. Right here on the picture you're seeing, we are standing at the boat dock, and you can see the boat lift there that's brand new. We completely redid that. It has an 11,000-pound lift, brand new cables, and brand new control. It also has a remote control that allows you to raise and lower the lift remotely, so you can start to lower it from the house. Look at that beautiful sky and the birds. It's just a fabulous property.
Are you throwing that sky and the birds in with the purchase of this?
Absolutely.
Okay, can they get the water too?
They can get the water too.
Well, for the listener, if you're just hearing this on the audio version of this podcast, you probably want to go to Real Estate Agent Man on YouTube or Rumble or Vimeo so that you can see the video footage that we are talking about here. I'm going to put it out there on the audio podcast for those who are just driving in their car and don't have the opportunity. At least if you're driving in your car, you shouldn't be watching the video. Let me say that. So when we were out here taking this video, I also noticed on this dock the smaller lift. What's that for? What's that about?
That's a jet ski lift, and it swivels around and lowers into the water so that you can, if you've got a jet ski, you can lift it out of the water, and that allows you to hose it off, keep it clean, and have it ready to go for your next fun outing.
Oh, excellent. So you can actually have a jet ski lifted and an 11,000-pound boat at the same time.
Exactly.
Okay, very good. And the as you're pointing out there at the water, and we're looking at some markers popping up. What are those markers for?
The markers are where the water, where the bottom has been dredged a little bit deeper, and it allows your boat to be able to go in and out of there if there's a lower tide, which is really important. Across the way, you'll see the trees there and a natural barrier. When you go right around that barrier, you're in the Gulf of Mexico. So the barrier does a couple of things. For one thing, it keeps the waves down, which makes it really nice to get in and out of your boat lift, and you're not dealing with waves there. The other side of it is, in the event that there's some type of a storm, that takes the brunt of the storm, which makes it a whole lot nicer for the property.
So also looking around here, I do not see many other boat lifts on docks.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. This boat dock was put in 1999 with the lift, and those are no longer permitted, and I'm not sure when they stopped allowing that, but our boat lift is one of the few, as you look around the area there, it's one of the few that actually has a boat lift, so it's a very, very nice feature.
So you have something here that most people will never be able to have.
Yeah, money can't buy it.
So here we're standing on the dock looking towards the houses, and we're seeing all these beautiful mangroves. Now, people who have done any research at all understand that, mangroves are protected. You can't just go in and just get rid of them all, and you wouldn't want to. But how is this maintained? Because they look beautiful right now.
They are beautiful, and we do have a company that maintains them. They come in twice a year and trim them. And you are allowed by the state of Florida to trim them and maintain them. You just can't cut them all out and take them away. So we keep that all manicured, and it looks absolutely beautiful all year around.
I understand manatee like mangroves.
We've seen a few manatees. One of the other things you'll see quite frequently at the dock are dolphins. They will be swimming up and down, chasing other fish, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, speaking of fish, you did send me a couple of pictures of your son holding some of his own catches out there.
Yes,
Yeah, so
and he's had so much fun. He loves fishing, and it is amazing the fish that you can catch literally right off of this dock.
So that's about it for the dock, I suppose, except that I think we did want to mention that there's electric and water out there, right? Fresh water?
Yes, yeah, there's fresh water and electric, which is really nice for refilling your boat and also for hosing it off, whatever, cleaning it. And again, you can see a beautiful view of the house there. It's just fabulous. Yes, right here, right by the gate, there's about a 4-foot area that is on the neighbor's side.
Gotcha. And here's the first of many air conditioner units. Tell us
Yes.
about the ACs on this property.
Yeah, there's actually 6 ACs on this property. The one that you see in the video there is for the guest house. The guest house has 1 AC unit, and the main house has 5. I said, can I just get 2 big units and put in? And he said, no, they're way more efficient this way. Essentially, each air conditioner runs a different floor.
Okay. So as we're walking by these doors here on the right, now those are to the basement, so to speak, of the guest house?
Yeah, that's for the two two-car garages that are on the guest house. The really nice thing about that is that those 2 double doors have a really nice storage area, although it's open right into the garage. But right inside is a great place to keep your fishing poles, any tackle, anything that you want to take out on your boat.
And that's not the only patio space. You've got that patio space down there that you could put a table, chairs, whatever you want to do out there and hang out. But there's another one right above that, right?
Yes.
So when we look up and we see that wood ceiling, that's actually the floor to the deck.
Yes,
upstairs.
that's the deck upstairs, which makes it really nice if someone, from the guest house perspective, if a family had this and they wanted to invite another family member or family to come over, they can stay there and they've got total privacy. It's completely self-sufficient and makes it really nice for guests.
We're looking at a fence right now. Now, what area does that fence close in?
That fence actually closes in the pool. And so from a security standpoint, it does 2 things. One, it protects the any kids from going into the mangroves, but it also keeps anyone from getting into the pool without access.
Okay, so coming out from the breezeway, we are now looking at the grand entrance from the house view.
There's lots of parking. So
there's the gate.
From an entertaining standpoint, if you bring guests in, there's plenty of room for everyone to park, not only off of the Circle Drive itself, but on the Circle Drive. And lots of access you can see there to be able to park.
You could do quite the party here.
You could, definitely.
Oh, let's talk about all those glass blocks. I know there's something kind of special about those that unless you're there at the right time of day, you wouldn't know it. So tell us about that.
Yeah, the architect that designed this was quite a brilliant design, but that particular tower that you see there, that's the staircase that goes from the basement all the way to the master bedroom. But they put these glass tile or glass blocks all the way to the top, and it's very interesting because between 5 o'clock at night and about 8 o'clock at night, anytime you're outside, specifically later, 7 to 8 o'clock, you can stand outside and those blocks literally are fully illuminated, and it looks like there's light behind them, and that's the sun coming through from the other side of the house.
You can also see there is a lot of deck around this place. The drawings for this, it appears to be over 4,000 square feet of deck space.
Yes, it's absolutely amazing. And every room from the dining room to the 2 bedrooms off of the main level, as well as the kitchen and living room area, all have deck all the way around them. And so from this side that you see, which is the side that faces the garden, which is the nice circular drive, absolutely gorgeous.
So here we go walking up to the main house front door. Tell us about the front door, Kevin.
Yes. This is a lock system that actually has 5 separate locks. So from a security standpoint, when you lift up the handle and then you turn the lock, it actually locks 5 separate locks into the door, which makes it virtually impossible for anyone to get into.
So not only hurricane rated, but burglar rated.
Yes, exactly.
So being on the ground level, we're walking out to the area where you could easily walk out to the swimming pool.
It's actually listed on the public records as storage area, but we've done some very nice upgrades here that will make this home just a wonderful enjoyment for your family.
Well, and when you're partying out at the pool, you don't necessarily want to have to go up into the main house.
No.
To be able to come inside and either, sit down, relax, watch TV, have something to eat, just get out of the sun for a little bit.
Yes.
Or
easily room for a pool table, for a little dry bar area, sitting area, whatever, and nice air conditioner there that makes it really nice to get in out of the heat.
And you can also go straight through to the garage from here as well.
Yes, correct.
But you may also just decide you want to go to the theater.
Yes, that's exactly right. And this theater room is absolutely incredible. We'd spared no expense on this. Top of the line, digital surround sound system that is just, it's amazing. The screen is incredible. And the sound is absolutely incredible. But full reclining leather seats, there's 7 of them. So you can sit back and relax and enjoy watching a really nice movie. Have a great time with your family.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking Nemo.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Great for the kids.
So let's step out onto the pool deck.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite parts. The pool and the hot tub are just incredible. We completely redid them, have brand new coating. We updated the pumps as well as all the lighting. The lighting is LED. It changes different colors. We have the pumps both on the swimming pool and on the hot tub that are controlled with a wireless remote. And so you literally can turn on the hot tub from the upstairs, and you can preheat the hot tub so that it's ready when you're out there to jump in it, but it doesn't run all the time. If you want to save energy, you don't have to leave it on. But it's just really, really a neat setup. And there are 2 waterfalls, which you don't see in the pictures there, but there are 2 waterfalls, one on each side, that are also controlled by the remote control, so you can turn them on or off.
So this is reminiscent of a Lucas Lagoons pool.
Yes, it is.
And so when you had this all resurfaced, do you know what type of surface? Is this a Pebble Tech, or do you happen to know the type of surface?
It's a Pebble Tech. Yep, it's a Pebble Tech.
That is what people want to see these days.
Yes, it is.
It also looks deeper than usual.
It is. It's actually 8 feet on one end, so which makes it really nice.
It's the kind of pools you used to put diving boards on.
And you could just about do this with this pool.
Yeah, this whole back space is just amazingly tranquil, designed for large gatherings. If you're a swimmer like me who likes to take laps, this pool is to die for.
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us about this flooring, Kevin, because you did a new flooring through most of the house, but you didn't replace this.
I did not replace this flooring or the flooring going off of the kitchen area into the main area on purpose. The original builders of the home actually went to Italy and selected this Italian tile to be able to use. They wanted a certain thing, and they actually had the geometric circles that you see there in the floor. Those were all hand cut in Italy and then assembled here in the U.S., and they're just gorgeous. The quality and the craftsmanship is amazing. They actually flew to Italy, picked it out personally, and had it flown back. The little light there that you see, that's the elevator on the ground floor, and the elevator actually goes all the way to the master bedroom. Okay. So the top floor, the only thing that is there is the master bedroom, and so it exits literally to the master bedroom.
And have you had any work done to this elevator?
We had it checked out. We had a elevator company come out and take a look at it. They went all the way through the electronics as well as the hydraulic aspect of the elevator, and they said it looked like it had hardly ever been used and that it was in perfect condition. As we go up the stairs there, you'll see the wood that's done there. We had all of the wood floors replaced, and all the stair nose on those stairs, we had to have that all handmade in Tampa because we couldn't find stair nose that would match the wood on the trim. So that was all done. It's all handmade, and they just did a fabulous job.
Now, when we get to the top of the steps here at the first floor, is this tile also from Italy?
Yes, it's also from Italy, and they also picked that out while they were there, the original people, and it's gorgeous. It's something that you just don't see today.
So here we are in what would be the main living area of the main house, and the room size I think is like 24 by 24.
Yes.
And then you also have all of the expanded space once you open those French doors and go out onto some of your 4,000 square feet of deck space, overlooking the water there. And
yes, the other cool thing is not only we have the wood burning fireplace there, which is unique. There are a few people around in the area in the neighborhood there that have wood burning stoves, but most of them for the last few years, everyone's gone with natural gas.
Well, you did say wood burning stove, and I know what you meant was wood burning fireplace.
Yes, wood burning fireplace.
I mean, I suppose you could throw your pizza in there and see what happens.
Yeah, it's wood burning fireplace. But we do have natural gas on the property, and it runs the stove in the kitchen and also the heater for the hot tub downstairs. So if a person wanted to, you could run gas over to that and actually convert it to a gas log if you wanted to.
Yeah, and some people may want to do that, but I've ran into quite a few people that are happy to find an actual wood-burning fireplace in Florida because there's just not that many of them.
No, there aren't, and just to hear that popping sound when it's a real fire and to smell the natural wood is incredible. This room is incredible when you go in it as well, because when you look up, it literally is 30 feet to the ceiling. It's completely open, and so it's just a very grand look.
Off to the right here, we have 2 bedrooms.
Yes.
And a Jack and Jill, correct?
Two bedrooms with a Jack and Jill bathroom. That's correct.
So if people are on this main floor and they need to use a restroom and they're a guest, there's also a restroom for them as well, correct?
Yes, there's not only the Jack and Jill restroom, but there's actually a full restroom. All the restrooms in the house are full bathrooms.
And at the recording of this podcast, not all of the windows have been completed yet.
Right. That's a work in progress. And, as the windows come in, we're installing them. And, of course, that'll be included in the contract that all the windows will be completed.
And so I point that out because in this room, they have already been.
Yes, they have. Done.
Yeah. And I think there's over 100 windows in this.
Yes,
and between the two houses,
and all the new windows are all hurricane rated windows, which means you don't have to worry about putting up hurricane shutters or anything like that if there's a bad storm. So it's very, very secure. The other thing is they're low E glass, which reduces the amount of heat that comes in from the sun. So it's a natural energy saving thing as well.
Right, and we have a commitment from the installer of the new windows that this will be done within the next couple of weeks. So by the end of July, all of the windows should be in, I would say.
We're hoping that will be the case, yes.
Okay. I see new cabinets, new sinks, new faucets, new tile. Is that what you've done for all the bathrooms? I think there's 8 bathrooms total on this property.
Every bathroom, we carried the same cabinetry from the kitchen through the entire house. So these are all solid hardwood cabinets with soft closed doors. There's no particle board anywhere. The sinks and the faucets are actually Swiss made. They're just incredibly well made. They have a brushed nickel finish, but they are solid brass. So incredibly well built.
And you did a similar tile look throughout with the showers and
baths.
Yes.
Brand new tubs, brand new showers, brand new toilets.
So going into the second bedroom here off the Jack and Jill, it was set up like an office when you had it staged.
Yes, and this would make a great office for someone, or you can, easily make it a bedroom as well. But when you go in that room and you look out at the water, you realize what an incredible view that is. So if you were working from home, what an amazing view you have sitting at a desk looking out at that gorgeous view.
And as we're looking at the wood kind of seating there, so to speak, and we see the debris, that's just because they were just working on these windows before we were walking through to do this.
Yes, and that's a work in progress.
So let's talk about this beautiful piece of technology.
Yes, every room has an intercom system, and the intercom system is very cool because you can set it up actually to monitor the rooms. So if you have kids upstairs in a particular room and you want to listen in and find out what they're doing, you can do that. But it's mainly designed to communicate from room to room and for mom to say, hey, dinner's ready, come down for dinner, or hey, there's someone here to see you at the front door. But on the relaxing side, the music, you can literally pick any channel you want and listen to music. It also is Bluetooth.
The viewers of this podcast are not getting the full feel of this because you were playing some Phil Collins while we were walking through the house.
That's exactly right. Yes.
And that was just made it that much better. Here's a little glimpse of the deck space off the main living area, and you can see the dock out there.
Yes. And while you're there, it's a good point to comment on this. There's 3 sets of double doors here that open onto that deck, which is incredible. When you open all 3 sets of those doors and then you have the 24 by 24 area, it literally feels like you're just walking right out onto the water. Those doors are also being replaced. You won't see any of the little French cross pieces in there. It's all one solid piece of glass.
Oh, that's going to even improve the view more.
Yes. We wanted it to be unobstructed and give it a more modern look. But again, hurricane-rated doors.
Okay, let's talk about this kitchen, because I looked at some of the old pictures of this property before you owned it, and it doesn't even look anywhere close to the same kitchen.
No, it's not the same. We completely redid it from top to bottom. Again, all new cabinets. Everything's top of the line. Commercial-grade appliances. We literally doubled the amount of cabinets that were in the house because of the design. When you walk in the kitchen, to the left side, from the living room to the left side, there were no windows looking out to the water.
Yeah, you doubled the view, too.
Yeah, and we doubled the view. I mean, we looked out there, and it's like, why didn't they put windows here? You've got such a beautiful view. And so we put windows in, and we ran cabinets all the way around there, and it is so gorgeous.
And that's the door out to the breezeway between
the two houses, between the main house and the guest house.
So it's not where the utilities are.
No.
No, it can actually be a seating area.
One of the cool things about this stove is, of course, these are GE monogram appliances, which we looked at Wolf and we looked at several other brands, and these were rated just as high and, quite frankly, were just as expensive. But the double, truth be told. But the oven, specifically on the double oven here, it's actually Wi-Fi controlled. It connects to the internet, and it also connects to your phone. So you literally can, if you head off to a movie and you realize, oh no, I forgot to start the stove, or let's say you're at church or you're at some kind of an outing and you left a roast in the oven and you forgot to shut it off, you can literally turn it off and stop it. But it's got just some tremendous features. The shelving in it is unique because they're all ball bearing rollers on the shelving. They're designed to handle extra heavy pans, and they roll completely out, which makes it really nice to get your hot dishes in and out of the oven. And those doors are also soft close doors, so you literally can take the pan and just bump the edge of the cabinet or the edge of the door and walk away, and it will close itself. Gas range, same thing, top of the line. The super thing I love about their ranges is that everything is completely sealed. So when you take the burner pieces off to clean it, there's literally no way for anything to get below the surface that you see there. So it's super easy to keep clean and super easy to run. And then above it, you'll see the pot filler there. We did that so that it makes it so much easier. If you've got a pot on the stove and you want to add water to it, it's right there. Stainless steel dishwasher. Again, everything is all high tech, top of the line. The shelving in the dishwasher, it's a commercial dishwasher, so the shelves actually raise and lower, which is really a nice feature because so many of them, if you've had a dishwasher where you have a tall pot or pan or something and you go to put it in and it won't quite fit in the dishwasher and you end up hand washing it, you don't have to do this with this. You can just raise or lower the shelving so that it fits right in. The farmhouse sink, again, stainless steel and commercial faucet with a soap dispenser there. Really nice.
So let's go back to the high-tech topic for a moment, because some people want the smartest house they can find. Other people want the dumbest house they can find. So when you're looking at a new person coming in to use the appliances, do you think that they have to use the technology aspects of it.
I'm so glad you brought this up. When we shopped for appliances, we looked at Wolf, we looked at several other high-end brands, and then we looked at GE Monogram. And one of the things we liked about the GE Monogram, not only the quality, the warranty, all the different types of things, this thing's crazy. With it connected to the internet, it'll even send you a message on your phone saying the lower heating element is only working at 70% efficiency. A service repair person will contact you shortly to come out to take care of it. So there's some really huge high-tech things there. However, unlike the other brands, GE, if you never connect a phone to this appliance, if you never do any of those things, you literally can turn it on and off. It's a touch screen, but you can turn it on and off like any normal appliance, and you don't have to use any of those features if you don't want to.
So even with no Wi-Fi connected, you could just use this like an old school...
It's like an old school oven, double oven, yes.
Okay, that will be very beneficial to some people.
Yes. But you can see how tall the cabinets are there. They're all 42-inch cabinets. When we bought the house, it had 30-inch cabinets in it, and there just was no storage. And before, when you were standing at the kitchen or at the stove looking out, there were 6 glass blocks in the wall, and that was your view to look outside, was 6 glass blocks. We eliminated that, and we completely made that, we filled that in, and then we put a window in so that it just opens it up so much more. All the lighting you see in there throughout the entire house is all recessed LED lighting. So everything is super high efficient. Every light is got a 50-year life expectancy. And we're in the dining room, and again, look at that view. Doors open up out onto the deck, and you've got a beautiful view of the garden at the front of the house, and you can see all the lush vegetation out there. And it's so peaceful and so beautiful.
So here's the view from this floor.
Yes, absolutely incredible. And to the left there, you'll see the 2 docks with the boat lift. The one is ours. The other one we share with the neighbor. But you'll see if you look at the red-colored dock to the right-hand side there, you'll see that there's a boat dock there, but there's no lift. That house was built after they stopped allowing the boat lifts. So those people do not have a boat lift. They just have to pull their boat up alongside and step down in it and go. There's no way to lift the boat out of the water.
Kicking it old school.
Yeah.
So now we're walking into the dressing room.
Yes, and this thing is absolutely incredible. You've got a full dressing room that's bigger than most people's bedrooms, quite frankly. Yeah. But you've got room for everything there, from hanging clothes, dresses. Women will love this because there's extra long. There's a whole section for full-length formal dresses, that kind of thing.
I'm looking at spaces for my sport coats, though.
Yes, yes.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yes.
Katrina will have to get her own closet. She doesn't listen to my podcast anyway.
The shoe rack's right there. There's a place for not only the cubbies to put shoes in, but also the rack itself for high heels.
Yeah, well, no, the cubbies are for purses.
Ah, I didn't know that. See, I learned something new.
According to my wife, that's what they're for.
Oh, okay.
Well, so, yes, the shoes go below. And then
happy wife, happy life. So, that's
right.
for purses.
Let's go up one more flight of steps.
Oh, this is awesome. One of my favorite things about this house literally is a sanctuary. It's a place to just totally relax. You've got complete privacy, but you have the most incredible views from up there. Yeah, it's just amazing.
And although we just walked up those steps, right to the left of this entrance here is the elevator door.
Yes.
So one of the cool things I noticed as soon as I walked in here is from this floor.
Yes, and that is the Gulf of Mexico right out there.
There is a loft up here. You could actually pull that door down and climb up into the loft.
Climb up into the loft. You could set a couple of chairs up there with a little table and sit and watch the sunset.
You could probably also, if you wanted to make that more of a permanent and decorative staircase.
Yes, there's plenty of room. And the master bathroom is probably our pride and joy. It's absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, you can imagine sitting in the tub looking out and those windows are not hurricane rated. The ones that are coming in are, with the low E glass. You literally can't even see in those windows from the outside. So anyone outside's not going to be able to see in, but you've got a beautiful unobstructed view to sit and relax in the tub. And there's a little shower wand there as well, which makes it really nice.
I'm always concerned about pirate ships and them looking through their telescopes.
Well, I didn't want to put glass in there that would totally obstruct the view.
No, you got to have this.
You got to have that view because the view is just incredible. The tile there is really cool as well because that's not just normal tile. That's actually marble, and it is Italian marble. And the floor matches the walls in the walk-in shower. We just wanted it to be a first-class experience for someone.
Multiple water sources in this shower, I see.
Yes, we have one on the ceiling and then one on the wall there, and then we have a separate handheld, which would really be nice if you're sitting on a bench and you want to use that shower. We widened that area. That entry was so narrow, and we widened it and opened it up and raised the ceiling in there as well so that it opened it up and gave it more room.
I did a video of me going down the elevator.
Oh, okay.
So this will
just to prove that it works.
Just to prove that it works.
Well, that's a good thing.
So here we go. Capacity 700 pounds?
Yes.
Okay. Whew. That's why it handled me. Well, I felt like I was stepping into an old movie when I got into this elevator.
Yeah. It is an old school elevator. When you walk in, you say, wow, the whole house is so modern looking, and the elevator looks old school. But here's the plus with that. Those gates that open are solid metal. Everything today is either plastic or fiberglass. And he said, those are designed to last forever. That's an elevator that will still work 100 years from now. That's what it's made to do. The lift system on the elevator is all hydraulic. That's a big deal because if you ever lost power for some reason, the elevator will automatically go to the ground level and open. The other aspect of it is, for some reason, anything would ever develop a leak or there'd be any kind of a problem. This is not like a cable breaking when it's on the 4th floor and suddenly coming down. It physically can't do that because of its design.
Well, that's comforting to know, actually.
Yes.
So now we are walking out on the breezeway. This was off of the kitchen.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're on the 2nd floor. And so you're getting a first-hand view here of the space that you have. Like, this is the guest house over here that we're looking at right now. And you could certainly do a round table and chairs with an umbrella if you wanted to out here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or some other seating of some sort.
And, of course, the stairs go down not only to go out to the boat dock, but also to the pool and to the downstairs level.
Okay. You could also do some sort of reclining outdoor furniture if you want to just lay out there and get a tan.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and I see some recessed lighting out on the decks as well. So I bet this place lights up really nice at night.
Oh, it's gorgeous at night. And new hardy board siding. I don't know if we talked about that, but all the siding on the house has all been replaced. It's new hardy board.
Now, for the people who have not heard of hardy board, does hardy...
Well, the big thing with hardy board is it's actually almost a cement board. But it's not only weatherproof from a standpoint of rain or water, salt water, that kind of thing, but it's also very much windproof. So this, again, is hurricane rated so that it's not going to come loose. The old siding that was on the house was vinyl siding, which in 1999 was acceptable. Today they don't allow it on any houses. So when we went in to redo it, we decided let's just replace everything with hardy board. That way, if you're putting in new hurricane windows, the siding should also be hurricane rated as well.
Right. So you could have left the vinyl siding on there and still passed all of the permit
Yes,
codes.
it would have been okay, but it's just we knew that it would be better to do the hardy board.
Excellent. So now we're stepping into the guest house.
Yes, and again, double doors, entry into the guest house.
That makes it a lot easier for moving furniture in and out.
It does. It's also nice, and again, I understand this is summertime, but in the fall and in the winter, You can open those up and create a natural breeze through from the front to the back, because this also has a balcony that wraps around the back of the house. You can easily create a beautiful breeze through there, and it's just unbelievably cool.
Well, and that's what most of us live here for.
Yes. Yes.
As soon as the weather breaks in like late October, all of these doors are open.
So it's really a lot of fun redoing the guest house, because everything literally was replaced. You can see brand new flooring, all new paint, all new trim, new ceiling fans, new countertops, new cabinets. Again, solid hardwood cabinets, soft closed doors throughout the entire thing. The spiral staircase is awesome because it has an amazing view deck up top. And, of course, that was completely redone as well.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to walk up there and kind of see that view from the top. That was fun. But then also being up there and looking down at the rest of the place from up there was also really cool.
Yeah.
So the kids will have a blast on that.
Oh, yeah. No, they'll have so much fun.
Now, I noticed that there weren't any photos of this kitchen in the photos that the staging company took.
I noticed that, too, and I don't know.
I mean, the kitchen was done already,
yes.
right?
It was all completely done.
They must have felt like, well, we didn't stage it. We're not taking photos.
We're not going to take any photos. So.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate. And you can see it now in this video, of course, but it has like some stuff on the counters because you've been still in the process of doing a few things.
Yes. Both houses, the laundry rooms have new appliances. The kitchens are all new appliances. Yeah, it was a fun project. Oh, yeah, that's good. I just saw that. I completely missed that in the other videos. Both of the laundry rooms, as well as a couple of the bedroom off of the main house as well, they all have an ironing board that opens up and drops down out of the wall.
Yeah, I've noticed quite a few of those ironing boards.
Which is really cool. It's just a great way to touch up your clothes and keep everything looking sharp.
And the view from the kitchen
is amazing.
In this house is also amazing.
Yeah. And you'll notice all the way across the front, we carried the bar countertop in the kitchen there all the way across from one side to the other. So there's actually room for 6 bar stools across the front, which makes it really nice.
Right, and then there's also space for a breakfast nook table.
Yes, there is. Yep. And that door goes out to, again, another deck that overlooks the garden at the front of the house.
Oh, this is a nice shot from outside the kitchen door.
Yes, and you can see there this is the guest house. Of course, you can see the main house across the way there, but everything has the wraparound decks, which is really, really nice. I mean, it just creates a very peaceful atmosphere, but also very open.
So here I am at the top. Now, these windows are about to be replaced, right?
Yes, that is correct. They're going to be replaced.
That's why we didn't need to have them cleaned.
Right.
So tell me about this wood trim that we're looking at here on this side.
That's actually Brazilian worm wood.
I can't say it, but I know it's good stuff.
All I know is that one of my painters, who's a commercial painter, he said, "Do not touch that wood. Don't paint it. Don't stain it. Don't do anything with it." He said that wood is, not only is it very expensive, but he said it's incredibly beautiful. And he said, let me do the accent around it and you'll see what I mean. And he was exactly right. It's just gorgeous.
And so from here, you can see across the house there and the steps that come up and then go to the other 2 bedrooms.
The other 2 bedrooms and a bathroom up there as well.
There's 3 full baths in this house.
Yes.
And 5 in the main house.
Correct. Yes. And you'll see the door straight across there. That actually goes out to another balcony, as if there weren't enough balconies, but another balcony to look out. Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, you'll see all the parts on the floor there. That's from my locksmith. We replaced all the locks there. All the locks on the house all the way around will be brand new, rekeyed, and brand new door locks and deadbolts.
Watching the video of me walking down the steps, I actually got a little dizzy, but it was fine when I was actually just walking down the steps.
Yeah.
The master suite of the guest house.
Yes. Nice big room.
With
nice closet.
More gorgeous views.
Yeah. Another balcony, private balcony. And
Yeah.
you'll notice there, see that little cutout there? That's one of our little things that we do at Avante Development. We did those in every shower. So you're going to have plenty of places to keep your shampoo and conditioner because there's never enough room for those things in a bathroom. Beneath this house, there are two car garages. So this house actually sits up off of the ground with 2 garages underneath.
The garage to the right, that's the one that they tiled that and put AC in there, right?
Yes.
Previously. That's
Yes,
how
so that's
a previous owner was using that for a gym?
Kind of a gym workout area. It'd also make a great garage for your Ferrari. Under air and on a nice tile floor.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 addresses here, 500 and 504. And that's because of the utilities. And the original owner set it up that way, and we talked about that already. But this is a single residential home. So it's listed that way on the MLS. It's a single residential property with a main house and a guest house.
Do you happen to know anything firsthand about the restrictions, if there are any, on renting it?
To my knowledge, there are no restrictions on renting this. It's in an area where there are no deed restrictions, and there's no HOA fees or anything like that. So it makes it really nice that you can kind of do your own thing here and not have to worry about getting permission from someone.
So to the best of your knowledge, you could use this as a, VRBO, Airbnb.
Actually have a Airbnb company come and look at both houses to do a corporate Airbnb on the homes, and it has a tremendous rental value because of its location, but also the way it's set up. It's very conducive to having one house be a working house for people and the other house be a house they're staying in.
So if anybody was interested in gathering information like that, we could provide that contact information to the company who was providing you that information. Correct?
Yes, we sure can.
I love to have people get it firsthand from the source instead of hearing it from me or you.
Absolutely.
So for those of you who have stuck with us through this entire podcast, congratulations. Your endurance is amazing.
Thank you for hanging with us. There's a lot of home to talk about here. It's just a beautiful home. There's so much about it that I love, and I could talk about it for a lot longer. The truth is that we've put our heart and soul into this for the last 13 months, and everything that we saw that we felt like we should replace that. What would I like if I were going to live here full time? Can I get by with what's there, or should I do what's right and replace it with new? Well, we took the right turn, and we did it the right way.
Kevin, thank you for joining me in the podcast studio today.
And thank you so much for your time, Steve. It's been a pleasure.
You are welcome.